Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And it is here, I am now playing this on my new computer, which is making me very happy. It's taken a little bit to get this updated, but ooh, this is nice. And if we can take a look here, let me just quickly bring up my Geforce Experience and put on my FPS. We can see now in the top left a nice solid 120 frames per second, as I have in my graphics settings everything on high. I mean, there is the extreme, but it's a little ridiculous. But we have it everything on high, and things look amazing. If we grab the spectator camera and go, say, fly off towards the Earth here, we can dive on down into these mid-latitudes and get some nice, beautiful scenes here. The grass is just rendered forever. We've got tree distances in the kilometers. We could, if you wanted to, even. We can go into this graphics. Tree draw distance? Hell yes. Grass draw distance? Pump that shit up. Because why not? Look, we can see trees all the way to the horizon, and we're still hitting 120 FPS. Oh, we got a little bit. What is this here? Oh, there's just a little thing not loaded in. Little detail thing. And I mean, I have to like fly really quickly in order to get the FPS to go down. And it's still not really even going down into anywhere near that would be considered not smooth. And just, like, all the trees. I'm so happy with my new machine. It is so good. We can come on down here and get a beautiful view of the moon from this grass. Oh, my God, that is gorgeous. But let us zip on home here. Bring up the thing. Up, here we are. And there we go. We are back to the base. We have got this area all built out. So the medical room is all complete. So we'll go take a look at that now. And also, we have a tunnel to the outside from this part of the base. And so we can walk out to our main dry dock here and get on these ships without having to jetpack out the tunnel. Now, along with that, I was thinking about where am I going to put my industry, and I want to have it slightly off from where my main base is. What I'm thinking is that I'm going to take this tunnel here, I'm going to extend it this way a little bit, and then I'm going to go downstairs one level and then come over into this side. Because if I look at my hangar bays and align myself to the hangar bays, the tunnel is going down and upwards. So if I go over on this side, it's going to be easier to go underneath. Where I was thinking, oh, I could go over top and I could come up here. But it'd actually be easier to come down here and use this space that I'm in right now, where this ice is, actually. You can see my character there. On this side, it would actually be easier to go up. And with the iron ball here, I think it would be really easy to do a elevator. Ooh, where would this be? The iron ball is there. That is literally just above this. I could do an elevator right below it, up into the base of it, and then you would have to like climb up some stairs to it? Oh no. I'd probably want to, say, have a... I'd want to have an hallway off of this, maybe? Or maybe the elevator is coming down this hallway, turn to this way, and then there's an elevator right here to come up to this height, and then you walk down a hallway, and then you get to the what will be the reactor ball. I think that's how I want to do it. But anyway, this is more of a free-form episode, as I didn't have anything planned. I just wanted to play. because I finally got all this set up. It took so long to get all my games reinstalled, and then I had to hook up my old computer again, and then get all of the saves. Oh my god. I booted up Space Engineers in my new computer thinking, oh, I enabled cloud saves, and no. Space Engineer saves do not transfer over, so I panicked a little bit, then I'm like, okay, it's on my old tower. I just need to boot it up, put it on into my external NAS, network attached storage, and get it over onto this machine. And now that that's good, now we're here. Along with that, I got myself 144 hertz monitor, so I can actually see the FPS, and oh my god, it is so smooth. I can't even describe. And also, the color depth is amazing. Things like this look so orange and so yellow. It's so beautiful. Anyway, enough of me fawning about my machine. Well, you may notice that we have a ship floating here. Couldn't get through with those doors, but yep, this is the tunnel now. This hallway, which is a long ass hallway, all the way out to space. So eventually I'll go in and add lights to this and such, but it gives you a good idea of how much space we actually have to work with before we reach the exterior of the asteroid. And what I think is, because this is only 3 tall, if I get the airtight hangar doors, let me just default this again, I could actually airtight hangar doors, probably in the ceiling. We'll probably do it a couple places along here, just as a precautionary measure. Like, I'm thinking that I might actually want to put airtight hangar doors along there, because then I could close them to separate different areas of the base, and I can have like lockdown procedures and such. So every time I have a transition from one room here, like this is the entry room to this, which would be the main hallway, I'll have the airtight hangar doors right there in order to lock it down. But let's go park this baby back up real quick. Okay. And now I feel like Luke doing the trench run. Oh, yeah, don't run into the jump ship. Wow, god damn it. Okay, we're good. Speaking of jump ship, it's done. It is fully complete. All of the jump drives and all of the batteries are fully charged and ready to rock. So I am definitely 100% going to do a jump in that thing today, because I want to jump 30,000 kilometers. It seems like a blast. And then we'll get it all charged back up, and then jump home and plug her on in and let her recharge. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. There you go. And connect. Wonderful. Good little ship. Little turrets up here ready to kill any invaders. Not like I'm gonna get any invaders in my single player world, but you know what I mean. And of course, also, because I've got this all set up on a new computer, let me know if there's any issues, sound quality, video quality, because I had to re-download all of my stuff and had to reset all of my settings. So I don't know if I set them back properly. So if you have any, oh yeah, you could increase the volume here or something like that, let me know so I know to do it next time. But here we are. We have got the medical area. So this will be, how am I doing this for the other LCDs? I'm doing just location with LCD. Okay, that'll be fine. So this one here will be medical entry LCD. We want this to be text and images, padding of 1%, font size of 2, and edit text would be medical. Might change that up, but... Dang it, right. Medical, you come on in here. We have a wonderful lobby for you to sit and wait for your appointment. Got some desks here to fill out your insurance forms or whatever you need to do. Tell the doctor what pre-existing conditions you have, and then talk to the receptionist. Then you can head on back towards here, which we can go and set this one up. This is medical. Boo. What was this? The other one was entry LCD, right? Entry LCD, and this was, let's call this treatment LCD. And it's going to sit just behind there, allowing you to go into the back and go get your treatment. And that will be, edit text, treatment. Very good. Head on through here. We have our full-size medical room. This is where you'll be respawning at the base, as well as some scanners. Of course, just decorations, a locker so you can put away your suit before you get onto the scanner. I need to add some oxygen in here, and it'll probably fit right above here, actually. Let's do that and get vent. Conveyor air vent. Defaults. Grab what we need for the air vent, because this is a fully ducted up cargo container there. And it rebuilt the thing because I have the freaking projection on. Control panel projection base off. There we go. Conveyor air vent. Very good. This might actually pressurize this room, considering that door is closed. Construction component. Build it. Are you going to pressurize? Yes, you actually are. Our first pressurized room. Yes. And then this will be the... behind here, in this room, will be sort of the laboratory. They've got the different lab equipment, some cargo freight for them, and this is going to be isolation, as we've got a bed, shower, toilet, everything in here to keep a person in isolation if they are like got a contagious disease or something, and we need to keep them here, not let them get away before the alien bursts out of their chest. And then just here is reception, with a locker in case you need to suit up, grab a gun, and shoot somebody that is trying to fill out the wrong forms. And we can see we got the window here for observation of our person in isolation. So I like this layout of this medical area. I think it works. So let's top up our suit. We open here. We'll get a little bit of air into this room, but as soon as we open here, it'll void. Soon this will all be enclosed, and we will actually have permanent pressure in it. And these airlocks will be working. But what I think we should do is we should grab the jump jack. It will be in this one, in hangar 1. And we should take it for a spin with our newly completed jump ship and go as far and as fast as possible out of this world and do one of those 28,000 kilometer jumps that we need to do. Tempting not to connect to this yet. Although I can use this to jump a little bit closer to the station that I need to go to get a hauling contract. So I can leave that there. I can turn off its dampeners. And we can control the jump ship here. Oh, I can't remember which one's front, which one's that. Front and back. I should change that from back to top, probably. Connector. Dorsal, how about? That's more scientific. Connector dorsal. So, front connector unlock. We can pull away from the base. Oh yeah. Jump ship. About to go on a biggest jump I've ever done in this game with normal jump drives. I mean, I've done big jumps, but that's with the modded jump drives that are, you know, capable of jumping like light seconds in distance. This is the biggest jump ship that I've ever made, just as, you know, its own. For stations here, we've got Moon, Ship Dealer in space. I know where you are. I'm going to aim at you. And we are going to do a blind jump. Jump drive main. As I don't think it's going to allow me to jump directly to you. I'd like to jump directly to you, but can't do it. So we need to remove that distance and just increase this distance slowly, as it's not even 1% of a jump to go like 40 kilometers. 41 kilometers. We'll aim directly at it with the camera here. We should be able to activate this jump soon. Oh, come on. Why can't I jump there? Oh, there we go. Good enough. As long as I don't get into a natural gravity field, this ship, absolutely no way it would be capable of flying in any form of gravity. But a quick jump there. Our batteries are depleting just a tiny bit. We can actually turn off this antenna, so we're not using its extra power. But I might not know where the ship is. So let's leave it on. Yeah, I can find the ship that way. Alright. Let's go grab ourselves a giant jump contract. Now, I had a plan. Alright, we gotta do this, right? We gotta just ram into the station as fast as physically possible. It's almost gonna have to be a standard thing we do. We have to ram the station every time we visit it. I had an idea. So, like, this is Season 2 of my Space Engineers playthrough. Eventually, I'm going to do a Season 3. I'm not sure what it'll be yet, but eventually I will. Contracts. Hauling. Oh, they're only small ones, but they're both on Alien, so we can do them both at the same time. That's fine. Let's just go and do both of these. Because they're both on Alien, which will make me lots of money. Alrighty then. I got 45 minutes to get there. Don't worry, I'll be done in about 5 minutes. There's the ship there. An idea I had for Season 3, which I'm not going to do a whole season on, because I think I want to do it within this season, is to do like a remote tech. To essentially have it so that I am limited to staying within the atmosphere of Earth. I myself as a character can't leave Earth, but my end goal would be to have a base of operations on all of the various bodies. But then how would I do that? I would need to have either laser antenna or a whole like relay system of regular antennas in order to get that done. Let's go to our main jump drive. We shall go and find alien approach. approach. And jump. And zip. 1, 2, 3, and add alien. Oh, it's not an alien. It's at the... Both of those signals are there. They're on the alien's moon. Well, that's okay. We can go there too. Alright, so back about the remote tech. The idea would be that I would either need to have the power requirements of, like, the massive quantity of power it would take to do laser antenna from planet to planet, which would probably be ridiculous. I'm going to take these thrusters and hide them. But I could either do that or an entire, like, relay system of normal antennas with solar on them and the solar orienting script. I think that would be really cool. So I had the idea of doing that as its own thing, but I thought, well, I could just do that here. I would have the ability to visit it in case something went wrong. But the idea being, from my asteroid base, I want to string out a series of satellites. First, I'll try from the asteroid base to the moon and set up a few moon rovers and such. And I believe my drives are still charging from that jump. Yeah, just be 5 minutes here. See how that works as a test run, and then do that from my asteroid base to Earth as well, string out a few more satellites, and then eventually do it from the asteroid base to Mars. And I'd like to set up a Mars colony without having to even step onto Mars. I think that would be really cool. So I'm going to give that a try. We're going to get the base a little more functional before we do that, as I'm going to need some... I'm going to need some serious amount of stuff available in order to get that done. I'm going to need to build a lot of solar panels, a lot of batteries, a lot of antennas, like radio communication parts and stuff like that. Because if each one is 49 meters, not 49 meters, each antenna can reach 50 kilometers, and we'll just let our ship here look pretty as I whip out my phone here. From Earth to Mars is about 2,000 kilometers in the game. Each one will have 50 kilometers-ish that it can cover. More like 49 if we want to be, like, accurate, because you don't want to have, like, right on the edge where they could lose communication if they're drifting ever so slowly. You want to be, like, have some buffer. So, say 49. So we're going to need, like, 40, 41, 42-ish satellites floating between the two planets in order to establish communications without having any gap. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to give that a try. But the first thing would be to get the... is that on this side of the planet? Probably. Let's jump 153 and see how it goes. First thing to do is we need to get industry done so that we can build that kind of stuff. 153. Yeah. And still charging. We need to get a bunch more industry completed so we can build that. But I think that's going to be my next major project now that the jump drives here are ready. Oh wait, can I not? I believe I can do this. This is only 60% charged. But I believe that if I go to a secondary one that is 100% charged and tell it to do a blind jump, it works. fully recharged. Like this one's fully recharged. Let's do you at 150 blind jump. And I'll name you jump drive 150. And see how that works. I think I can jump immediately with that one. Yeah, I can. Nice. Can't be going into an actual gravity field. I'll just pull back until I can, and we'll jump there. Nice. That is the other good thing about having multiple jump drives, is you are capable of doing multiple jumps in succession. As you can see... Oh, cool. These were both space stations. I could have probably jumped right to them. I probably still can. Let's do that. Let's find another one that is fully charged. Jump drive. This one. Fully recharged in 0. Jump drive, which is to test. We'll get rid of jump drive 150. Set it back to full distance. And we'll set jump drive test to one of the deliver packages. And jump. Deliver package here, proximity to the coordinate 10. And we're going to that one. Ha! Easy peasy. This thing is a lot more agile than I expected. And I don't even think I need my ship. I can just float over there in my suit. Whee! Over top of a beautiful planet here. I believe Titan? Yeah, Titan is the alien planet's name. Oh, and also we are actually in planetary gravity up here. Very small amount. At least when I transferred over here. So I gotta go make sure that that ship isn't sinking. Because it has practically 0 lift. It is only for space. Let's just get this delivered real quick. Come on. Let me in. Accepted contracts. Finish. This one, I got a few more minutes left. How about you for hauling? Oh, 19-kilometer hauling contract. I mean, it's really cheap, but only 19 kilometers. It's probably just down to the surface, maybe? I don't really want to do that right now. I just want to get back to my ship to make sure it's... Oh god, don't close on me. Make sure it's not falling into the planetary gravity here. Oh, it's holding steady. But that's interesting. I was actually capable of jumping into planetary gravity. But we're just barely able to stay out of the gravity. Oh no, it's only we're 2,400 meters up, and it wanted at 19. So would have... Oh, it could have been on the other side of the planet. We need to pull out of the gravity here. It's not good. Alright, we're pulling away. Now for test again. You should be fully recharged. Yes, you are. So we'll remove deliver package here, and we'll go to the other deliver package here. Cannot be used in natural gravity. No! We need to pull up. Come on, ship. You can do it. You can get out of the gravity well. Oh, that's what I should put on this ship. I should put some parachutes just in case this ship ever finds itself getting stuck in gravity and it can't pull out. I mean, it wouldn't help on the moon, but I should do that in case it ever finds itself on Earth or something's falling into the gravity well. I can at least save it from crashing, and then I can send a larger ship with a lot more thrust in order to to save it and pull it back into space. Okay, good. We are out of the gravity well. I'll just turn on the dampeners on that for a little bit of extra power in braking thrust. And we shall deliver a package to there, 20 kilometers on the other side of the planet here. Cannot be used into natural gravity field. Does that mean that that is in natural gravity there? Well, let's go check our main here. We're recharged there. Let's set this to, like, 21 kilometers. And let's see if we can jump through the planet here. No? Come on. There you go. Yeah. We'll jump through as much of the planet as possible here. And zip. Where's my deliver beacon? They are 4 kilometers away. Alright, I'll take the ship for that. But 4 kilometers is fine. My antenna on this ship here is 5 kilometers, so I'll be able to see it still from that location. And there is a space pirate beacon. Not something I want to deal with. At least not right now. But thankfully, we don't have to. As it's still a little farther away. Excellent. So the idea being with that remote tech is you can do something in here while you're inside of a cockpit, is that you can place blocks. And I want to... Wait, can I do that with... like, remoting into a ship, I wonder. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to build anything out there aside from doing it with blueprints. Which may be an interesting limitation. The fact that if I want to build anything at this Mars station... Hauling contract? Finish. Yeah, another million. Hauling. Again, just 148. This is probably just going to the main alien planet, which is too bad. 12 million acquisition. 38 gravity. Jeez, that's a lot. Anything I want to buy and take home with me? Don't think so. At least not at this price. Not at this price. Burst fire bomber. A downwards aims reloadable rocket launcher for bombing purposes. That's cool. Alright, I'll leave that stuff for now. Let's go home. So, like, for example, with this right now, I do have some steel plate on me. So I can hold control and hit G, and I can actually place blocks while within a cockpit. Although I can't place a block here because I'm inside a safe zone. But I'm in a cockpit, and I can place a block out in space. Which is awesome. You need to have the stuff in the ship or in your own personal inventory. But I wonder, do I have a remote control on this thing? I don't. I want to test something real quick. I just want to see if this is possible. Let's enable my creative tools, just so I can get a remote control on this to test. We'll delete it afterwards. Remote control, come here. So, we'll slap that down. And we'll go in and turn on its antenna. So that we can now go into remote access and we can see the jump jack. And we can take control of it. If we go to this cockpit and give the cockpit a steel plate, can it place a block remote access style? No, it can't. Not that I can see here. No. Damn. That would be ridiculous if we could. I'll remove that. And turn my creative tools back off. There we go. So I won't be able to build manually out at this place. But I would be able to remote in and start a projector at that location and project a ship that I can then take over. So that'll work. So I'll have to make sure that everything I build is easily projectable, modular with the projection, or I can just keep building on the same projection like I do with the current asteroid base. And also, I'd have to be able to like see what I'm doing. So I'd have to have a possibly even a turret or a camera on some rotors or something like that, so that I can see everything that is going on at that location using all those, because otherwise I won't be able to like do like here. If I wanted to look, I can just get out and look at the ship in different angles. I'd have to have a camera that's capable of doing that, so I wouldn't be able to know how my ship is doing unless I had a camera pointing back towards my own ship. I think it'll bring out some really interesting design problems. And docked. Take me home. Oh god. Okay. And main, jump drive main. We will go for asteroid main base. And just get me close. Easy peasy. Zoop. Oh, nice. That is actually pretty close. Close enough for what I need. I can see the dry dock there. I could conceivably have a little bit closer of a waypoint that I can jump to. And then it wouldn't put me a kilometer away. But realistically, this is good enough. And we can just coast on in. This thing is slow as hell to fly, but it also means it's kind of majestic in that way. Where it's like this giant whale of a ship is ever so slowly coming in to a graceful docking with the station. And we are basically aligned. We just need to... What do they need to do? We need to come up slightly. There you go. And we'll let that settle for a little bit on the lock. And then we will lock it up. Now these batteries here are probably screaming for power, and they certainly are. They're going to be recharging their way up after, of course, they've recharged the jump drives. And we can go take our jump jack and take it back in through the asteroid. Docking Bay 1. Landing procedure. Also, considering... Did I ram myself against the wall again? Considering each docking bay will probably be for a specific ship, I think I'm going to set up autopilot routes that will autopilot from the entrance there, autopilot in, like for this ship, get to here, turn, fly in, to a point and then maybe even turn around and land. If not, just land straight on. Because then I could just be like, okay, you go dock ship, because I don't want to have to deal with docking you. We can come back through here. And considering the power, oh yeah, current power, just top of the line, using all the power in the base, 1.3 megawatts, as it is charging those jump drives. Fly on out back to the ship. And all of them dropping the drives. We look at the jump drive main, fully recharged in just 2 minutes. And then we'll get some jump drives being, well, jump drives will be recharged. And then we'll trickle charge all of these batteries on it. And then we will be able to jump again. Because for each battery is another 2,000 kilometers, because a full battery is a full jump drive charge. Considering the 15 jump drives, that's 30,000 kilometers. Considering that there are, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, what is this? Like 24 or something or so batteries in this thing, which will be like another 48,000 kilometers. Enough to fully recharge and have a little bit extra in case we needed to, like, jump all the way to something, jump a tiny bit further, jump a tiny bit back, and then jump all the way home. It'd be just enough to do that. Or, wait, could it do that? So it's got 40-something thousand in spare. It's got 30,000. So if it jumped 28 and jumped 28 home, I have a few thousand. I have like 4,000 for my main budget of 60,000 of things for like 2 fully charged jumps. Then I have another like 10 or so left over. So it would be equivalent to me. I could jump to Alien, pick up a contract, jump 28,000, jump back home from Alien on 1 charge. And I would just be like on the edge of my available power budget, with maybe like a couple thousand kilometers remaining, enough to jump to Mars afterwards. Oh my god, that thing has far too much jump distance. But considering that we have this ship and we're using it now, and that we're going to start draining this power down, the solar panel I think is enough to run us. I don't think we need much more input at the moment. However, there is a lot of time when I am away from the base, say in these ships and such, where I'm just not getting any useful stored power because I don't have any yet. I think a good thing to do next is we're going to build a giant power bank. This right here will be a barracks and cafeteria, more just sort of livable spaces. I think a giant power bank could go right here. So if we're looking at the spectator camera, we have this where eventually the reactor is going to go. What I'm thinking is, let's put a hallway, say, off of here, and let's put a giant bank of batteries in here somewhere. I don't know, in this space right along there, with a hallway just in front of it. I think that'll look good. So I'm going to work on that, and we'll be doing that and setting up a whole bunch of batteries, and possibly building this hallway down over here to get the industry going over here. And then think about building an elevator right around here that will go up and access what will be the reactor core after I get all that iron mined out. But that is going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the little bit of a delay there as I got my system set up with my new computer. But we are here and we are running. And our space station is starting to be open for business. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.